This episode is brought to you by Peacock. The new Peacock original documentary, Matthew Perry, A Hollywood Tragedy, dives deep into the beloved actor's rise to fame and his tragic death. 5 people, including Perry's personal assistant, 2 medical doctors, and an alleged Hollywood drug dealer known as the Ketamine Queen, were charged with conspiracy to illegally provide Perry with the ketamine. Explore the details of the case in this heartbreaking special, streaming now only on Peacock.
Este episodio es presentado por Honda. Descubra la nueva Honda Passport Trail Sport Todoterreno. La Passport más todoterreno que Honda haya imaginado jamás. Esta Passport cuenta con mayor altura al suelo, barras de techo en todas sus versiones y neumáticas especialmente diseñados para cualquier terreno. Además, disfruta todos tus viajes con el control de clima de 3 zonas, techo panorámico y opciones como asientos delanteros con calefacción y ventilación. Conoce más en honda.com/Passport.
And hello, welcome to Unequal Sequel.
Extra.
I was about to say on another slice, but it's not. It
not.
is just a normal episode. It is the end of the month round episode. It's the end of February, guys. I hope you had a good one. It's been quite short compared to January. I don't know if it's felt short for you, Rich. Has it felt okay?
No, it's pretty short, isn't it? Like February's only 4 weeks, isn't it? So it's a pretty short month.
And you've had a semi-successful February, even when you've got a job now.
I got a job.
And any other highlights?
It's been half term, so I spent a lot of time with the boy. Went to the zoo, had a great time. We saw a load of animals, like way more animals than we normally do. Like they seem to all be out and about and stuff. You know, when you get in the zoo, it seems like all the animals are just hiding from you.
Oh yeah.
Whereas he got like up close with like he took his camera with him. It's the first time he's like taking a camera. Right. And so he was taking all his own photos and getting really excited, getting like close-up shots of zebras and lions and stuff and being like, whoa, look at that. It's amazing.
Are they good pictures?
They're all right.
That's good. You got to start somewhere. Yeah, well, that's good.
They're reasonable.
Highlight for me, I went to see the England-Scotland game in Twickenham, my first Six Nations game. Loved that. That was a great fun. England won, just about, even though they probably didn't deserve to win, but the atmosphere was nice and I had a lovely time. February's been pretty sweet, actually. We
had a nice time, didn't we? We watched the England-France game together.
England-France game, because I was learning more about rugby. Yes, rugby. Also a very close game. England just seemed to take everything to the wire. There's no...
Yes, yeah. Well, we've improved, though, because normally you take it to the wire and lose.
Yeah, I guess that's
now we've started taking it to the wire and winning.
Winning? But should they be winning? I mean, a win's a win in the end of the day, I guess.
I don't like the style that they play. But anyway, this is not a rugby podcast.
Not a rugby podcast. Podcast-wise, can you let the people know what we did this month?
Oh, I can try.
Brilliant.
Can I remember what we've done this month?
It's been
Was Bank of Dave 2 this month?
Yes, it was. That was the first one.
Yeah, and then we did the Spelunk review ranking of the Sony Spider-Man bullshitiverse. And then we've done Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy.
Lovely. Which is a wonderful film.
I actually really enjoyed. I wasn't expecting to.
I saw a site the other day describe it as the Top Gun Maverick of rom-com sequels or something. And, I'm down for that. That sounds, maybe not as good as Top Gun Maverick, which is like a it's not great sequel. Yeah, this was good.
It was good. I had fun with it.
I enjoyed it. Thanks very much for everyone that's got it sent emails and messages and whatnot. There's some really random stuff. I love it because people are going through our back catalogue, right? And they, like you should, send in comments to your podcast. And did you know that Spotify do comments now? Or I don't know how long they've had comments.
No. I didn't.
You can leave comments on Spotify. So, guys.
Oh, okay. I don't use Spotify at all, so I don't know any of this stuff.
Well, you should, because that's where you can leave comments now.
Okay.
Most recent one, there are some old ones on there, but the most recent one was from someone called S777, and they've given us their Jurassic Park rankings.
Oh, wow, okay.
Which is fine. Please send anything you want.
Do you think they've been listening to a Jurassic Park episode we've done, maybe?
Yeah, the ranking episode.
The ranking episode. When was that? That was ages ago.
I don't know. When, I think it was before Dominion came out, we might have ranked them. But anyway, here their ranking is JP, JW, JP2, JP3, Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, and then last is JWD. And they're also, because I think we were talking about the Jurassic Park ride in America, and they're letting, the Jurassic Park ride is still in Florida for you to experience. It's the Hollywood version that's changed to Jurassic World.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely wonderful to find out. So thank you for telling us your ranking. There is a thing we do rankings, and we can go back, and if their films are added, we can add to them, because there are more Jurassic Park films coming. But it's so obvious what our least favourite Jurassic Park film would be now.
Because Dominion's a big honking pile of dinosaur crap.
There is no point going back to that. Also, you can leave comments on our YouTube channel.
Can you? Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
So someone's been leaving comments on our YouTube channel. Someone called, @Pulse4503. And can you guess what comment they've left on? One of our old there's a lot of episodes. Species 2, 25th year anniversary.
Oh, my God. Again, when was that?
I think it was the start of last year, the start of 2024. But it doesn't matter. People are listening. They put, "This is great." I'm not quite sure if they meant the film or the episode, because their avatar is the picture of Species character.
Oh, okay.
So this is great. Obviously, they put some comic reliefs in to ease the very gloomy vibe and over-the-top violence, but still this movie is effective, fun, and nice to watch. And then there's PS, I love the poster, because their thing is. And on top of that, the aliens look great.
Cool. I can't remember anything about Species 2. Sorry. I wish I could remember the film. I can't.
That can't be a good thing.
We probably weren't very kind about it, I don't think.
No. Also, more. Where's this next one? From Blue Sky, listener Monkey Dust from 1979. He must have just listened to the Tim Roby episode, okay?
Okay, right.
So he's put, I've just watched for the second time the 2012 Alex Cross movie. Never has one movie not only been so dumb, but made me so mad at the same time. So, brilliant. Keep that stuff coming. Jack Cheever Ward, one of our favourite sequelizers.
We can't choose a favourite sequelizer, Dave. It's like trying to choose a favourite child. Come on.
That's very true.
I mean, choosing a favourite child is easy for me because I only have one. But
I have none, so that's fine with me. He's put, funnily enough, after the episode came out, funnily enough, I've not heard of the Dave's film, Dave Cinematic Universe. I like that. Until earlier this week when my dad recommended them to me.
They are kind of dad films, yeah.
They are very dad films. I'm not quite sure how we didn't point that out in the episode, but it does seem like they would do. Also, Heather Wallace letting us know about, because we were talking about Labyrinth being redone, or the sequel to Labyrinth, and we were asking who could replace David Bowie. She said, who could replace David Bowie in Labyrinth 2? Blue Sky at the moment is voting for Jennifer Connelly. I'm here for this.
Oh, okay.
So she would take on the
she'd become the Goblin Queen.
Princess, or whatever, yeah. I don't know how you feel about that.
I don't know. Could be all right.
I'm still terrified of the film, and, it might not happen. On the Splunk episodes, Alex has written, if Sony keep releasing these movies, how bad was Batgirl than Warner Brothers shelved?
I think it's hard to compare, right? Because
we've never seen Batgirl.
We've never seen Batgirl, but also, they're different studios, so they have different standards. They're different, one's Marvel, one's DC. There's so much different stuff going on. I think that Batgirl movie was shelved because they could save them money rather than it necessarily being terrible. I think, there's a lot to read into that.
More politics.
But yeah, I mean, that is something that you do have to think is that these films got made. How bad are the ones that didn't?
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah.
It's a shame. Tom's called us brave lads because we watched them all. So,
okay. Yeah. Thanks, Tom.
That's nice. Now we're going to our listener email section on our emails. Alex has got in contacts. Dave and Rich, hope you're both doing well. We are, thank you. My ranking of the spunk. The spunk. 1, Venom. 2, Venom Let There Be Carnage. And after listening to your spoiler episodes and reading reviews, I've avoided all others, so not ranked.
That's the right answer. That is 100% the right answer. Watch those 2, none of the rest.
I feel kind of bad about that. I mean,
do you? I don't. They don't make shit movies. You don't want someone to say your movies are shit. Don't make them shit.
The only place to watch them is when you're stuck on a plane for like 12 hours.
Not even then. There's other movies. There's other movies you can watch on that plane. Read a book. Come on.
I'm about to fly again, and I think I'm going to, if Venom 3's on there, that's going to be on the ticket to watch again. Just feels like, because I've watched the other 2 on planes before, so I was like, I might as well finish the trilogy at this point.
Okay.
Makes sense, right?
But surely there'll be better things to watch on that plane. Like, there's not just one movie to watch anymore, is there? That's not how it works these days.
I don't want to watch, like, real films, like, I'm really looking forward to on a small screen when you've got that noise in the back of your head. So, the Sony lot are very much, they will keep my mind thinking that, fuck, I hate flying and I hate heights and I'm on a tin can in the sky kind of thing. But, I see what's on there. It'd be fine. He does go on, though. He says, if I have wished for a Sony or if I worked at Sony to keep the rights to Spider-Man, and after the success of No Way Home, I'll keep Tom Holland as my MCU bridge character. I'd like to bring back both Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man properties. I use influences from spectacular Spider-Man comics for Tobey's more mature adventures, with the character putting him up against the Vulture or Kraven, if they haven't already made that movie. Also, in that world, you could bring in Miles into live action, giving Tobey a mentoring character arc. It's a good idea. Good idea.
Yeah.
I would like to see more of Tobey Maguire. I would like them to also ignore Spider-Man 3 at this point, but that, we don't get everything we dream and hope for.
That's true. We're getting more Tom Holland Spider-Man. We know that. They're making it. They're in pre-production at the moment. So
with Andrew keeping the ultimate Spider-Man universe inspiration and give us an amazing Spider-Man going into his late 20s, early 30s, have him battle Rhino and Scorpion in a movie, then follow up with a new Doc Ock.
Well, that's a good point, actually, isn't it?
What's that?
Well, you've got old Tobey Maguire as kind of old man Spider-Man, middle-aged Spider-man.
He's old man.
Yeah, you've got Andrew Garfield as kind of like old, grown-up Spider-Man, and then you've got Tom Holland as kind of young Spider-Man. And then you can also, like it says, the Miles Morales kind of character to come in for Tobey to mentor. I think that's great. I like this guy's thinking.
Good. Then the 5th movie have Lizard, Rhino, Scorpion, Electro, and Doc Ock, and another us giving us the Sinister 6 movie. At one point, we're going to have to get a Sinister 6 movie. They've been teasing it for now like 20 years.
Yeah, but not the one that Sony are trying to make at the moment, because it'll be shit.
It's true. That way, I'll have a movie every couple of years.
I like your thinking. I do like your thinking. I think what we do need to make sure never happens is we never, ever get more Morbius.
Yeah. Or Kraven.
I could take, if Kraven was done properly, I think that Aaron Taylor-Johnson would be an okay Kraven. Like, okay. Not amazing. Not as good as Russell Crowe would be as Kraven.
Yeah.
But he'd be okay. I never want to see Jared Leto as Morbius ever again, and I never want to see Madame Web ever again.
Yeah, that would you take another Morbius bad guy, but without Jared Leto in there somewhere?
If it was completely different, maybe.
Okay.
But I've never found Morbius that good, that an interesting a bad guy anyway.
He moans a lot in the cartoons. He's always very down.
It's
Another
really
email. This one says Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, and this is from Noah. I'm wondering what are your thoughts on the production heck the next Spider-Verse is going through? Like how they haven't even started recording voices and the whole issue with the actor of Miles. He has said some pretty weird stuff. Now, I don't know what's going on with the voice guy of Miles Morales, so I can't comment on that. But I'm okay for them not rushing the next Beyond the Spider-Verse.
So 2027 they're saying now, aren't they?
I think so, yes. We've got directors. I think they're working on a script. When the directors got announced, last month, the month before, I'm sure that's not the first time that they've been in the room together. It was just announcing that it's happening with them. I'm sure they've been working on it for a while. I'm hoping the animators get paid properly and respected more than they probably did in the previous two. Take your time. I think they should take their time because, God, please let them land this film, because the other two are very good movies. If the guy has said some weird things, then that depends on what weird things he's said.
Yeah, I don't know. I've not.
I haven't come across that. Yeah,
there's so many people out there saying weird stuff at the moment that
it's quite exhausting. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
But you got any thoughts about the Spider?
Well, I mean, I'd rather they take their time and it be good. And yeah, basically, I'm happy to wait till 2027 if that means we get a good movie and people don't get exploited.
Yeah. Also, it's an animation, so it doesn't have to be rushed as much as, like, let's say Fast X, when next time we see these characters falling off the dam, they're all going to age about a decade.
And that's the thing, isn't it? Is the animation, they don't have to worry about people aging.
No.
So...
They don't look like easy films to make, so I'm fine. I'm okay over here. I'm looking forward to it whenever it lands.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, I need to look into it a bit more now to see what those worrying things.
Oh God, that make you hate Spider-Man.
No, that can't happen.
Oh, good. That's all the people getting in contact, I believe. Sorry if I've missed something, but thank you for everyone that sends anything in. Please if you are catching up on the 185 extra episodes or whatever, and no, it's more than that now. It's 193, 194. We're getting up to 200 extra episodes. And the interview episodes, please send in your thoughts on whatever platform you want to write on. I don't care. I'm over them all now. I'm pretty good. So thank you very much.
Not the bad one, though. We don't do the Nazi one.
No, we don't post anything on the Nazi website. We are not active on there anymore. So if you are listening and you think, why have they not promoted their stuff? Find another one. Get off.
Yeah. We're on
Blue Sky, Threads.
They're all bad.
Instagram shit, yeah.
Turns out they're all bad.
Is Blue Sky bad as well?
No, I think Blue Sky is probably the acceptable social media at present.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't.
Because even Spotify's dodgy because they don't pay people enough, and YouTube is YouTube, which is...
Well, YouTube's owned by Google.
A hot mess, yeah.
Yeah. And obviously we all know that Mark Zuckerberg is also a lunatic.
It's very hard to promote yourself. Also, the algorithms sometimes on Instagram means our stuff doesn't get seen at all. So thank you.
It doesn't even get seen by me. I have to. Sometimes I'm like, I know Dave's done a post. I have to physically search for it because it doesn't come up on my feed.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on with algorithms and posts and stuff.
But I do get loads of posts trying to sell me covers for sofas.
That's very important in your life.
Because my wife was looking at one the other day. Great, brilliant.
Anyway, we are out there still. You might not think we are, but we try and promote as much as possible, and we are trying on social media a bit much, but we love it. Anyway, shall we move on to sequel news?
Yeah, why not?
Love, exciting and new.
Hello, Hannah Waddingham here. Have you seen the fabulous new Sun Princess? World-class entertainment, exceptional dining, and the greatest pizza ever.
It's a love.
Don't miss our Come Aboard sale with up to 40% off and free room upgrades. Visit princess.com or call your travel advisor to book. Princess Cruises. Terms and restrictions apply. Offer ends 2/28/25. Ships of Bermudan and British Registry.
Make your next move with American Express Business Platinum. You'll get 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked on AmexTravel.com. Plus, enjoy access to the American Express Global Lounge Collection. And with the welcome offer of 150,000 points, your business can soar to all new heights. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum. Amex Business Platinum. Built for business by American Express.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. From your morning podcast to your afternoon playlist, State Farm knows you personalize your entire day. And that's why State Farm helps you personalize your insurance with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It offers coverage options that help protect what you care about most at an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Sequel news.
Now, I'm going to rush through a few things and then get to the big news, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, go for it.
Constantine 2 is still in the works and it's never been closer, says director Francis Lawrence. With Keanu Reeves from 2005 the first movie came out, so it's been 20 years, and this film's definitely got a cult following, I would say. I remember seeing it in 2005 in the cinema and liking parts of it. It's got some really strong imagery. I think there's some really good stuff in there. I don't think it's a great movie or amazing movie, but it was fine. I don't think I've ever really gone back to it. I like Keanu Reeves, but will I watch another one? Sure, why not?
I seem to remember liking it.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched it since. Yeah, for a while. Well, I think there's loads of people that love it. It's based on a comic, right? Based on a graphic novel.
Yeah.
I think there's lots of people who have a lot of love for that movie. So
I remember at the time, a lot of people were angry because Keanu Reeves had dark hair. But look at it now; they're like clamoring to come back as that character. Yeah. Anyway, and he's not British. I think in the comic book he's British.
Is he? I don't know. I don't really know anything about the comic books, just that they exist.
Part of my brain is saying, yeah, that's right, Dave. Be confident. Might not be. Aliens Romulus 2. Freddy Alvarez wants to shoot the film this year.
Can we not call it Alien Romulus 2? Call it something else?
I don't know what this film's going to be.
Alien Remus instead?
It will carry. I think it's carrying on from those characters that survived Romulus. I don't know how.
Well, it's only one character that survived Romulus, right? Isn't it?
No, I think I
don't think so. It's just the one.
Okay. And these that one.
Yeah, we don't want to give it away. No spoilers.
There's no spoilers. We're good at that.
We're not. We're terrible at that.
Anyway, I like most of Romulus, so if they make another good film that actually doesn't do stupid things at the ending, I'm all up for it.
If you make a sequel that's basically as good as Romulus for the cutting out the last 15-20 minutes, I'm up for that.
Yeah. Big news. June 3 gets closer as Denis Villeneuve aims to shoot Messiah this summer.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
If they shoot this summer, maybe...
Will we see them in Leighton Buzzard in the sandpits?
I imagine so. If there's, would they still be on a sand planet? Because it's about the battle, isn't it?
I don't know. Maybe not.
They've
got to get sandworms in it somewhere, surely.
I've never Dune.
I've not read Messiah. I've got to be honest, so I don't know.
I imagine Paul Atreides has gone full on shit. So I imagine him being more of a bad guy, like the bad guy that he was.
Yeah.
The end of June 2, but which also leads on to my other bit of news that June 4. Gareth Edwards is in line to direct.
June 4? I didn't even know we were getting a 4. We've not had a 3 yet.
Yeah, not had a 3 yet, but this is now a franchise, my friend.
Okay.
So, yes, I'm guessing Denis Villeneuve is trying to tell his story and end that part of the story.
Yeah, he's not going to do it forever, is he?
And then the Warner Brothers want to move on because, it makes money, it's popular.
But yeah, I mean, Gareth Edwards is probably a good choice, right? That kind of...
Yes. They must know something about the new Jurassic Park movie that we don't at the moment, that it's good.
Well,
but he is good with special effects and stuff like that. The next book in the series apparently is called Children of Dune, which isn't that the TV series that they tried with James McAvoy where he's young?
I don't know. I've not seen it, mate. I'm not sure. Sorry.
Anyway, they were not going to let this die because obviously you also have the spin-off TV series with Dune Prophecy. Have you watched any of that?
No, I haven't watched any of that.
No, me neither. So.
I don't. The story of Dune isn't what is appealing. I don't think. Do you know what I mean? It's the visual spectacle. I think that we watch Dune movies that is awe-inspiring about the Dune movies. The actual story is pretty fucking dull.
Okay.
So watching a TV show that doesn't have that visual spectacle potentially seems
might be visually good in other ways.
It might be, but I don't know.
Also, it might not be.
No, true.
But are you up for this now, Dune, just to carry on for a few more years?
Not really. No, I'd be quite happy for Dune to end on 3 and us to just never talk about it ever again.
Yeah, okay. That's what Rich thinks about that. Last bit of news, which is probably the big news that's came out in the last few... Oh, no, the one other bit of news is The Accountant 2 trailer has dropped. I bet you haven't watched this.
No, I've not watched the first one.
I didn't even know the first one was good enough to... I've watched the first one. Was good enough to get a sequel. But here we are. Ben Affleck's back. It's been a fair number of years. John Bernthal is in it, which I'm always up for because he's excellent. So, trailer looks pretty cool. It's coming some point this year, in the next few months. So, Rich is going to have to watch the first one at some point and find out what it is about. No,
not a clue. Okay. I'll watch it. I will watch it at some point.
Cool.
But yeah, okay, good.
The last big bit of news, which has only just come out the last few days, really. There will be more news that will come out after I've recorded this podcast, probably. But the big bit of news is the whole James Bond big news story.
Yeah. Sort of a bit weird, this, isn't it?
Yes.
The Amazonification of Bond.
Yes. Well, in 2020, because it was before No Time Dies came out, Amazon bought MGM and all their back catalogue, right? And that includes the James Bond franchise.
It does,
but Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson kept ownership of it, and they got to do what they want with it, basically, and say yes or no to Amazon demands. And they spent a lot of money just for the back catalogue and that be able to release Bond films. They've now spent an extra, I think reported, this is only reported, an extra £1 billion.
1 billion? Oh, 1 million or 1 billion?
I think it's £1 billion.
Sorry, say that again. 1 million?
1 billion.
Oh, I was going to say 1 billion sounds more like it, because you would not be selling the rights to Bond for £1 million.
Amazon MGM deal to take creative control of the James Bond franchise from Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson cost $1 billion. So basically, the Barbara Broccoli, is the daughter of the original
Cubby Broccoli,
has stepped away with the other one, Michael G. Wilson, and it feels very weird not to have those. They are still apparently going to be involved. I mean, they still kept some kind of 50% ownership, but Amazon now control Bond creatively. And this probably explains why we haven't had more Bond news over the last year or so, when people are thinking around, but they might have been talking and stuff like that. But obviously, Amazon are now going to... I don't... Look, it could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. Are going to really ramp up the production for Bond stuff. Yeah.
What it'll be is we'll probably get more Bond stuff. But what I should imagine is that Bond stuff will be... the next Bond will be the most bland cookie-cutter version of Bond you can imagine. So it'll be Henry Cavill then. Because, that's the obvious choice. And we'll just get a load of Bond fucking TV spin-off that's great for an episode and then shit from then on.
Okay, my next question is, how do you feel about this, Rich?
I don't really like Bond anyway.
Oh yes,
this is one for me. I'm not a massive fan of Bond. There are very few Bond movies I actually really like, so I don't really care very much. However,
but you're still angry.
What I do care about is the kind of Americanification of everything, and I'm not a massive fan of an American company buying what is essentially a very British product, and I would like that product to remain very British, and I don't think it will. I think it will get Americanized by the worst kind of people, unfortunately.
So we're going to get probably the young James Bond stuff?
I imagine we'll get all that sort of bollocks. We'll get a young Bond TV series. We'll get a fucking I don't know, an M spin-off series or something. We'll get a
load of became M, yeah.
Yeah. We'll get a load of this kind of
a young Q.
Yeah, maybe.
How did he rise to the ranks to be the leader?
Yeah. We'll get a load of stuff I don't really care about. Like, but I mean, Amazon Prime is becoming like the middle-aged white dad channel, isn't it? Essentially,
I guess so.
So you want to see like white muscly guys fight baddies? Amazon Prime, that's your place to be.
Do you think they would have learned from the whole Disney Star Wars stuff?
I think you're presuming that these big companies learn.
Fair point. Or have hope that, they don't overdo it and ruin things. I think they're going to have to come out with a fucking great James Bond film off the start of it. I think they're going to work very hard to make a very good film. What worries me is what comes after that very good film, I think.
Yeah.
And who is going to be James Bond and where they're going to set that James Bond. And you don't want Henry Cavill. I don't think he's going to.
I don't want him necessarily. I just think he's the blandest choice. And I think Amazon are all about the blandest choice. He's the vanilla of Bond choices, right? Henry Cavill. And I'm not saying he would be bad. I think he's a good actor. I like him. I think he comes across as a reasonably nice person. But I just think it would be nice to have a somewhat more interesting choice, potentially.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But they got to make that money back now. £1 billion. They're already spending money on the Rings of Time, whatever it is, the Lord of the Rings TV show, and that's been just renewed for a season 3, and that's not a cheap TV show. But this is one of the richest men in the world and one of the richest companies in the world, so I imagine it's not a massive problem.
I did see someone saying, like, so we were talking about Alien Romulus.
Yes.
And someone was like, who'd be a great Bond? David Johnson for Alien Romulus. I was like, that's the Bond I want. He would be a great Bond. But
yes,
it's not going to happen.
I'm trying just to play it cool with Bond. Like when the news broke, I thought, I do think it's a shame, and I am surprised that there isn't. It's gonna be weird with not a broccoli in charge kind of thing, because that has been such a big thing, and that's a bit sad. But everything has to move on. To be honest, they were never gonna let these films die and stuff, and I think we'll start getting more maybe Bond news during the year, and probably might get some announcement. Maybe, do you reckon this year or 2026? Do you think late this year they have an announcement?
Yeah, I think probably late this year. I imagine. Yeah. It's just really hard to care. I'm sorry, and
I'm trying.
I'm sorry. I wish I did.
A lot of other people care and stuff about that.
I know a lot of people do care, and and it's not that I don't care at all. I just find it hard to get excited about Bond. That's all.
What about you excited about Bond? David Johnson as Bond? That would
like an interesting Bond. Like not. I mean, the thing that make me interested about Bond is the thing that make everyone else hate it, though. Like
less
Bond. I want slow horses Bond. I want Bond to be less good. I don't want him to be a superhero spy. I don't want him to be a womanizer. I don't like I want a Bond with struggles.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's fair.
I just don't want a Bond.
And maybe they'll do that. Maybe
you
they
never
will.
know. They won't, but you never know. They might.
They're going to play it pretty safe, I think.
100%. 100%.
I think so. But that's all the movie news. So well done. There wasn't a great deal. There's still rumours rolling around Goonies 2 and Gremlins 3 and stuff like that. But I think we reported that last month, and that's all moving forward. I did see the other day that The Rock has mentioned somewhere he's supposedly filming Jumanji 3 this year.
Good. I want that movie. That's the sort of movie I want The Rock making.
Well, he's also been cast in a Martin Scorsese film. So
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The man's going for that Oscar. He needs to feel loved again. He's been much quieter post Black Adam than he was pre Black Adam.
Probably no bad thing.
No. So that's it. We are moving on to sequels that we've seen, sequels that we've seen. Na 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 na. Sequels that we've seen.
Whee!
What have you seen?
I haven't seen any.
I'm just looking at my list.
I'm really sorry I haven't watched any.
Don't be sorry, Rich, because it turns out, or have I? And let me tell everyone why. I'm trying to...
Because we watch a load of sequels that we talk about on this podcast.
That's
so trying
true.
to watch more sequels than we watch in this podcast is quite difficult, although I am due to watch another sequel today. So
For the podcast?
No, not for the podcast.
Oh, okay.
But I'll talk about that in the movies that we've seen bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to watch less screen time, basically. And like you said, just watch the films that I need to watch, because we have been recording a lot of Season 8 for the last month.
Yeah, we're trying to get really ahead of ourselves because, Dave's off to Canada for a couple of weeks. So we're trying to, we're doing a lot of recording.
Yes, and a lot of crazy sequels stuff have been watched, and stuff good and very bad.
Also good. Yeah.
But looking at my list, the only sequels I've watched are for this podcast. So Dave, Land, Last Action Hero will be out at this point. That's not a sequel.
That's not a sequel, but, disenfranchised.
Bridget
we have
Jones,
watched it for this.
And I've watched Captain America, but we're going to review that for next week's episode.
And I haven't watched it yet. I'm watching it tonight, so don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it. Okay, so let's move on to...
Movie Club.
I have seen some movies. So
Me too.
Okay.
Okay, so
off you go.
Have I talked about A Complete Unknown? I can't remember if we talked about that in the last
I think I talked about A Complete Unknown. You hadn't seen it by that point.
I have now seen it. I think it's good, but it's not great.
Are you a Bob Dylan fan?
I'm not a huge fan. I know who he is. And like anyone who picks up a guitar in their teenage years, the first songs you kind of learn are Bob Dylan songs because they're easy. So, I could play a few Bob Dylan tunes, but other than that, I'm not a massive. I wouldn't say I was a massive fan. I think my overriding feeling coming out of it was fine. Bob Dylan's a dick.
This is how I felt.
Yeah, I don't really feel like there's not much I could remember about the movie once it had finished.
But so did you learn anything new?
Not really. No, I didn't. I didn't learn anything new. I think if you want to watch a music biopic, then the Robbie Williams one is much better.
We're going to be banging that drum a lot this year, by the way.
I think Better Man is better than A Complete Unknown. So
it's better than most films.
It's a very good film. And I have watched some good films this month too.
I kind of feel the same as I spoke about it last month. That it's fine. Completely unknown. I'm not quite sure why it's in the award talk, like best film talk. I'm sure it's not.
No, I don't think it should be. I don't think anything in there is best of anything, really.
Timothy's fine.
Yeah, there are things in there that are good. Like, I think, quite a few of the performances are good, but they're not great.
Yeah.
There's nothing in there that made me go, oh, that's great.
It felt quite safe as a music bio, as in... I mean, he comes across as a bit of a dick.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't portray Bob Dylan in a particularly good light.
But not even a bad light.
But also, we don't actually know anything about him, really.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get to learn anything in particular about him. Like, it just, there are events that I kind of knew about anyway. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not like Bob Dylan's got electric. That's any kind of big music fan knows about Bob Dylan going electric. Yeah. It's a thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Okay. Have you watched many more of the Oscar films? Because it's about to happen in the next few weeks.
No, but I want to. I want to watch The Brutalist, but I just don't. I've not found a time where I've got that much time in my life.
No.
And I did plan to watch it, and then I wasn't very well, and I didn't want to go and watch it when I was full of cold because that would be.
It's a long
annoying
film.
Yeah, and I didn't want to cough and splutter around everyone trying to watch this really long film, so I haven't seen it yet.
What else have you seen?
But I went to cinema and watched September 5.
I like how you named it. You named it properly because everyone says September 5th.
Yeah, but it's not. It's September 5. I don't know why it's called September 5. But anyway, I really liked it. I think it's called September 5 because it happened on September the 5th, but the terrorists were Black September, and I believe there are 5 of them.
I'm about to say, what's the quick bio? Very snippet bio.
Yeah, so it's at the Olympics, the 1970.
Munich.
Yeah, I know it's Munich, but I can't remember what year of the Olympics it was. But some terrorists kidnap some of the Israeli athletes and want Palestinian prisoners to be freed, essentially. And yeah, it's quite a controversial film because of that, especially at the moment. But it's basically, the film is about the ABC sports crew, who are the only ones kind of with access, like on, they're in the Olympic Village, they have access. And it's about them kind of trying to do a news broadcast rather than a sports broadcast. And how they get that story and the effect on them.
I've only seen the trailer and it looks like it's your kind of movie because there's a lot of people
100%.
Talking and debating about things.
Yeah, it's 100% my kind of movie. It's real events and it's people, making decisions and doing things. And yeah, it's not an action movie in any sense. You don't see any of the action. This isn't Munich. There's the movie Munich that's based on the same events, which happens after these events, essentially. It's not that. It's about the film crew, basically, and the decisions they take.
A recommendation?
100% a recommendation. I loved it. I've given it 5 stars on Letterboxd.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Strong.
Very, very strong. I don't know if maybe my view on that will change when I think about it more, because I gave it that straight after I came out of watching it, and
well, that's
I might
good.
have been on a bit of a high, but I really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, a lot of the people that have seen it have all said it's a good, solid film, and they've enjoyed it, and maybe should be in the talking for more. Is it best film? And I think it's out for best.
I don't know. I don't really take much notice of Oscars, so I'm not really sure. But in terms of other movies I've watched a movie called Love Lies Bleeding, which is Kirsten Stewart. Ed Harris, who's, he's got one hell of a lid in this movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good. I thought it was a good movie. I don't think it wasn't. Well, was it? It wasn't. It was very good, not quite great, just missing great.
Yeah.
By a slither. It's very kind of intense and very, very depressing in places. It's not one to watch if you're not in a good mood.
Oh, okay.
It's not a joyful movie,
and that's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon Prime at the moment.
Whatever you call it now.
That. In terms of older movies, I watched Labyrinth because we've been talking about it.
What?
So.
Why would you put yourself through that nightmare fuel?
Because my wife wanted to watch it. My son's never seen it. We thought he'd like it.
You let your son watch Labyrinth?
Yeah, we watched it together as a family. It's not.
Oh my God, he's never going to sleep. He won't even know the nightmares it brings.
He thought it was fine.
This is how it starts. So did I. 20 years later, I'm having counselling.
Yeah, but not everyone's you, buddy. So I've kind of been going back and watching some older movies. So I also watched The Karate Kid, which know I love.
Yeah. 5 stars.
It's not. It's a 4.5 star, but Karate Kid 2 is 5 stars. And that's the sequel that I'm going to watch in a little while.
Okay.
We watched Karate Kid last week. We're going to watch Karate Kid 2 this week.
Well, good luck with that.
And it's sort of making me think I want to go and do martial arts again. I'm kind of tempted to go and sign up for a...
No offence, but you're a judo kind of guy, right? That's more, because that's more grappling than kicking.
I used to do kung fu, man. I got green belt, which is not... It's not very far. It's like two belts in. You get white, yellow, green.
Can you even lift your knees anymore? No offence to your...
Well, that's the whole point, is that, do a bit more exercise. And
okay, well, I'm up for this. Let's make this into a podcast.
Yeah, I thought maybe it could be a thing. Like, who knows? I'm not going to be the Karate Kid, that's for sure. But yeah, I did watch it. We're in TV Club. We can talk about Cobra Kai as well.
Okay, cool.
I've also watched Days of Thunder, Tom Cruise movie.
Okay, cool.
Because one of my favourite Tom Cruise movies, and I saw it pop up after it was a recommendation after I'd watched Karate Kid, and I was like, yes, I will watch Days of Thunder, and I still really like it. It's really cheesy, as are a lot of 80s, 90s Tom Cruise movies, but I really enjoyed it. And I also watched, quite possibly, in line for my worst movie of the year already.
Wow, that's early.
Which is something called Boneyard.
Yes, the Mel Gibson film that's on Amazon Videos.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Is that one with 50 Cent in it as well?
Yeah, it's got 50 Cent in it. Yeah.
I watched the trailer of that and thought,
you're saying a lot when 50 Cent is the best actor in a movie. Mel Gibson's not in it very much.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so
he's in the trailer a lot.
Yeah, I know. Wild, right? But yeah, he's it's a true story. It doesn't finish. It's like there'll be a sequel, and I was like, good.
Oh God, I hope not.
It's like,
that means
basically it finishes like we found another boneyard. So what happens is they find a boneyard, basically like a serial killer's body dumping ground in the desert, and they're trying to figure out who the serial killer is. They don't figure out who the serial killer is, by the way, by the end of the movie. And then the movie ends with someone phoning up and going, we found another boneyard. Essentially, we found more bodies. And that's the end of the movie.
Did you throw your TV remote out the TV at that point and scream?
It wasn't even worth it. But I checked out by that point anyway. It was fucking terrible.
That is a weird one to come across. Something I want to watch that, Rich.
Well, I thought I'll give it a chance because it's a true story, detective story, and both those things I kind of like. So I thought I'll give it a try.
Could be Zodiac.
I think yeah, exactly. It could have been good. And I think the main detective woman in it, I think I quite liked. I can't remember what her name is. I'm sorry. Give me a second. I will think a bit.
Yeah, you type away.
Right, I'm going to look it up now because I can't remember. Oh, yeah, that's her name. Like, Nora... I can't even say her name now. Nora Zehetner? Is it Zehetner?
I'm going to have to look now as well. Fucking hell, Rich.
Sorry.
Boneyard. Well, there it is. 2020.
She's in a series called Designated Survivor that I liked. They've canned it now, but I did like it. She was in that.
Oh, yes, I know her. Designated Survivor was really good for like 6 episodes.
Yeah.
And then it turned shit.
Well, it did go downhill, didn't it?
Quickly.
Yeah, and it never kind of came back again.
The initial premise is really good of that TV
It is,
series.
yeah, it is really good.
And Kiefer Sutherland, you think, I can't wait for him to punch someone. He doesn't.
Yeah, no, well, he's playing a very different character. He's not Jack Bauer in this one.
But I want him to punch someone.
And I actually think if it comes back in season 2, I think it does actually
Sure.
come back, Designated Survivor. But yeah,
I don't know. I never got
Not enough. Too little, too late, I guess. Right, yeah, anyway, sorry. Let me go back to Boneyard. It's crap. I actually did write a review on Letterboxd, which I never do. I normally give it a right thing. And I said, I went into this not expecting very much, and yet still managed to be disappointed.
Oh, wow.
I watched it thinking, this has every chance this is going to be crap. And then I came out going, oh, God, it's actually crapper than that.
I just can't do it anymore. When I think that might happen to a film. I think that's a waste of time.
Yeah, it was a waste of time. I was annoyed with myself that I watched it.
Well, at least you learn a lesson from it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's it. I think that's it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I rewatched an animated movie called 10 Lives, which I think I've mentioned before.
Yes.
With George, because he wanted to watch it. This half term, I let him watch choose whatever movie he wanted. And because he likes to watch movies he's seen before, he doesn't, he has to be kind of pushed to watch new movies. He likes watching things he's already seen.
Fair enough.
He knows he likes. So, yeah. I just let him watch whatever he wanted.
I went and saw in the cinema this month We Live in Time. Have you heard this film? The Andrew Garfield, Florence Pugh.
My mother-in-law watched it at the...
Really?
They have the little old lady, retired people watching where you get a cup of tea and a biscuit and you watch it in the thingy. She said it wasn't what she thought it was going to be.
Yes, I think that is a fair summary. You think you're going to go into this lovey story, this would be a nice warming.
She said they keep making us watch sad movies.
Yes, it is about Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh's characters that have their names are like Abacus and stuff like that. They're very fake English names, and then it goes through their whole relationship, but it splits into unconventional ways. So it's all kind of all over the place.
Right.
So it's not in a time-wise way. It's not pure.
Not a linear timeline.
That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, it's all over the place. It's a very depressing movie, I would say. It's got its sweet and happy moments, and Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield are amazing together. Their chemistry is incredible, really good. And then I don't have to tell you the main... It's basically one of the characters has cancer in it. and it goes around and it goes through like marriage and birth and children. And there's a really good set piece about giving birth in a petrol station. Really lovely scene and stuff like that. But yeah, and then Florence Pugh's character is a chef, and she's very determined to do something for her while other things are going on. And it's very nice. Well, it's not nice, but it gets really heavy in points. And it's if you think you're going into a film like your mother-in-law did for, this would be nice, a bit of coupley, lovey thing like me and my missus thought we were going to watch, and then it's not. By the end of it, it's not that movie, and you think, oh God, that's sad. And then I watched that, and then I came home and I watched 2 episodes of A Man Inside with Ted Danson, and they were heartbreaking TV episodes as well. I had really depressing day of it. I would recommend it. I would recommend it. I just wouldn't recommend it to the people like, I just want to snuggle in with my loved one and be like, oh, this is going to be so nice to see kitty, lovey. And it's all about love, but yeah, it was not the movie. I when you said your mother-in-law seen it, I was like, I would love to know what she thinks. So thank you for telling me. And it is exactly how I feel. So yeah. Old films that I've watched. Me and my missus, we pick one film a month. We keep doing this. And her film this month was A Walk to Remember. Now, you have never heard of a film called A Walk to Remember?
No.
It's got Mandy Moore in it. It's a...
Oh, maybe not.
It's not the film you would think it is. It's from the makers of Notebook and those kind of films. What's his name?
Right, okay.
I've forgotten the name of it. Anyway, it's very much that kind of movie. Someone's sick, they fall in love, blah-de-blah. It's set in the south of America somewhere, and in nice next to a lake or a river. And someone dies, and then someone gets over something, and all these films have the same tropes, and they're really boring. And didn't enjoy that, but thank you for my wife. I have watched it now. My film I picked is the Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, okay.
Rick Moranis. I've never seen Little Shop of Horrors.
Have you not?
No.
Okay. What do you think?
Fucking loves that.
Good. I'm glad you said that. I thought you were going to say you hated it for a second, then I was like, oh.
Nope. I was absolutely delighted when that came on, and those 3 singers kind of narrate through the whole thing. The
Steve Martin
way
best
they do.
In it?
Steve Martin is very good in it. Yes. It's very much a good cast performance. Everyone's really good in it. And I don't know if the words, the puppeteering, the animatronics of Audrey 2, even in 1986, is great. It's got catchy tunes. I really enjoyed all of that. Is it the film I thought it was going to be? Kinda. It's better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot more cheesier. And the songs are really useful and catchy. And the cast, like John Candy turns up for a little bit. Bill Murray has a cameo. Steve Martin's a madman in it. Yeah. It's quite short and sweet. And I'm delighted I finally watched it.
Good. Oh, I'm glad you watched it.
But the puppeteering's great. I wasn't expecting the Audrey 2 to sound like a soul singer either for some reason. Didn't know that was coming. But that was great. Loved that.
Oh.
I think that's all I've seen. Did I talk about last time the Cameron Diaz movie with Jamie Foxx? Her back in action film?
I don't think so.
Film she's come out of retirement for on Netflix?
No, you didn't.
It's pretty rubbish, but it plays by the numbers, and there are some quite good things in it, if that makes sense. So it's good and bad, in a good way.
Okay.
It passed the time, respectively. It's about 2 partners who used to be spies, and then they found out they're about to have a baby, so they gave up that life. And then 16 years later, things come back to them, and their kids are like, oh my God, you're spies! That kind of... But there's some jokes in there.
We were talking about something similar. My wife was talking about, the band Everything But the Girl.
Yeah.
They're married and they've got kids now. And it's like the 20th anniversary of like their biggest hit.
Yeah.
And they said, oh yeah, they played it for the kids. And the kids are like, but you made this. This is good. Finding out their parents are actually incredible musicians making good songs. And they're like, what do you mean you made this?
No, kids don't think their parents are cool people. So get ready for that. I don't know if your son thinks you're cool.
Cool, no.
Useful, yes.
Nice, probably, yes. Good dad, hopefully. Cool, absolutely not.
Okay, but that's all I watched, and let's move on to TV Club.
Every cup of Nespresso coffee is an invitation to transform your morning routine into a ritual you can treasure each and every day. Using the Virtuo Pup, a simple touch of the button freshly brews bold aromas and a rich, velvety crema layer for delicious cafe-quality coffee at home. Whether you enjoy your coffee hot or over ice, every sip, every morning is unforgettable. Nothing tastes like Nespresso coffee. Visit Nespresso.com or our app to explore our full range of easy-to-use machines and coffees not found anywhere else.
So good, so good, so good.
Great brands, great prices. Everyone's got a reason to rack.
Because they have framed jeans.
Nike? Yes.
Just so many good brands.
Vince, Kurt Geiger London, Rag & Bone, and more are at Nordstrom Rack stores now. You never know what you'll find, but you know it's going to be so good. Great brands, great prices. That's why you rack.
This episode is brought to you by Nerds Gummy Clusters, the sweet treat that always elevates the vibe. With a sweet gummy surrounded with tangy, crunchy nerds, every bite of Nerds Gummy Clusters brings you a whole new world of flavor. Whether it's game night, on the way to a concert, or kicking back with your crew, unleash your senses with Nerds Gummy Clusters.
Boo! TV Club.
I love that we have to think about every time
what
these things are. We've been doing it for like 3 years.
Nearly forgot it. So I mentioned that I watched Karate Kid.
Yes, Cobra Kai has come to an end, right?
Cobra Kai. Yeah, it's horrifically cheesy. You'll hate it.
Does it stick the landing?
Sort of. It sort of does, yes.
Are you satisfied? Your face is telling me no.
No, I am. It's like the Johnny Lawrence like character is more interesting than the others. Yeah. Like it's his ending is good. There's a nice kind of cameo from Paul Walter Hauser at the end as well, which is good.
Good.
As Stingray, he comes back. And it's fine. It's very teen drama-y. Yeah.
I have to ask, does it tease what's coming in the future?
No,
okay.
It doesn't. There is there's a horrific CGI de-aged like Mr. Miyagi scene, which isn't good. Basically, Daniel has like a hallucination where he talks to Mr. Miyagi, and it's not great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you glad it's over but sad it's finished kind of thing?
No, I'm kind of glad it's over. I think I was watching it to get to the end rather than actually really enjoying it at this point.
Yeah.
It had got too cheesy teen stuff.
Because you really loved the first few. How many?
The first season I really liked. When it was like really kind of focusing on Johnny, I really liked that. And then slowly, I think it might be 6 seasons. It's got worse. It's not worse, but it's focused more on the kids. And I'm a 45-year-old man. I want to know about the other 40-year-old blokes.
Yeah.
I don't care about the kids. I want to see like the old guys get their redemption arcs. I don't really care about teenagers.
And the angst.
Yeah.
And their love lives.
And all that kind of, I don't give a shit about teenagers' love lives.
I think that's fair enough.
Yeah.
They had a hard job of bridging like die-hard Karate Kid fans and trying to bring...
and I think they did it reasonably well. I think just by the end it wasn't for me, do you know? Like,
yeah. Well, you've grown over 6 years. You've grown up in that tip period as well.
Yeah,
so
mostly around the belly area, I think.
No, you're fine. Anything else?
I've been watching Severance, which is
Severance
really
is
good.
Everyone
loves Severance.
I'm sure it's great.
I've been watching Mythic Quest, which I know
I
you
love
like.
Mythic Quest. Yeah, I haven't started with that yet.
That's back again. What else have I been watching? I think
is Mythic Quest still good?
Mythic Quest is still good. Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's a little gem.
Enjoy
that
Mythic Quest.
Watch.
I think there's a great kind of murder mystery episode that's really fun. It's very kind of Knives Out.
Great!
Really,
I always love their little episodes when they
that.
do some weird things.
Yeah, it is a weird little episode, but it's got a really sweet ending, and I quite like it.
Cool.
So that's still going on. That hasn't finished yet. So that's still happening. Can't think of anything else I've watched, really, TV-wise.
It feels like a slow month for TV because I haven't...
No,
I'm still slowly getting through Skeleton Crew, which I'm still enjoying.
Yeah.
And I'm still surprised, more people are watching it. It seems Goonies in space with Star Wars. Delightful.
Yeah,
everyone's
absolutely.
really good at it. One of the kids is quite annoying. I think it's the lead kid with the hair.
Okay. Yeah, you're not a big fan of kid actors, are you?
No, but the other ones I can get on board with. Obviously, this Great British Menu's back, but no one cares about that apart from me. I'm still working my way through old seasons of Taskmaster again because they're my happy place.
Of course, yeah.
But like I said, me and my wife are trying to do less screen time, trying to do other things. So haven't watched a huge amount of TV. Nothing's really grabbed me and I thought, I can't wait to watch that again. With the Apple stuff, I save it all up and pay for a month and then blitz it and then work from that. But nothing on Netflix is really coming to play.
I don't really watch Netflix very much. I mostly have that for George.
Well, that's good.
Not really.
No. Traitors. Did you finally watch Traitors?
I haven't. I still haven't watched it. Sorry, mate. I haven't had time. I've been trying to watch more movies, and I still haven't even done that, really.
I'm trying to do things that make me happy.
Yeah.
Carry on with that. But you please watch Traitors so we can talk about it at some point in our lives.
I watch Traitors. I just forget. Sorry.
It's all there. BBC iPlayer.
I know.
Okay. Let's move up to what's coming up. What's coming up for us to watch?
Yeah.
I feel like it's getting there.
It's slowly improving.
Yeah. So we are talking about sequel releases in the United Kingdom, release dates, and then we'll talk about movies. Okay, sequels coming out. We are reviewing Captain America, Brave New Boy, whatever his name is, next week's episode in March, and then we'll have a the week after that we're releasing... Come on.
Big Brave Boy. Captain America, Big Brave Boy.
You think of that when you watch it. We're releasing an old Box Mentality episode of Rambo, because I'm away. And then we are moving on to, I don't even know, because I haven't even looked, what sequels are coming out. Snow White. It's not a sequel. It's a remake, I guess. We might be doing our first Unequal... Is it a remake? Yeah, it's a live-action remake, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a live-action remake.
God, no.
Yeah.
Apparently, no one wants to release a sequel in fucking March. Other films coming out. They are Marching Powder, the new Danny Dyer.
Oh, is that in March, is it?
Nick Love.
Yeah, it almost feels like a sequel to Football Factory, but it's not.
Feels it's not. I wish
feels
it was.
like it should be. Yeah, I wish it was too, because then we could do it.
Then we can do it. There is a film called In the Lost Lands. Now, please, no one go and watch this film. It's a Paul W.S. Anderson film.
Oh, your favourite.
It stars Mila Djokovic and Dave. I like Dave Bautista, actually. But I promise you guys, this film is going to be fucking toilet. I've watched the trailer. It looks awful. He makes bad movies.
Okay.
Snow White's coming out. The Alto Knights. This Robert De Niro film about gangsters where he's playing two different gangsters.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Don't know anything about that. Sorry.
Novocaine is coming out at the end of the month. You might have seen trailers. It's got Jack Quaid when he can't feel pain.
I haven't seen trailers. I've seen big posters at the cinema though.
It looks fun. The new Jason Statham film is out at the end of the month called A Working Man.
Oh, you lost me at Jason Statham film.
It looks like every other Jason Statham film is, and I can't wait to see it.
March doesn't feel great at this point.
It doesn't feel great. I don't know if there's anything coming out on Netflix, because Netflix films don't seem to come out.
What sequels have we got in March though, Dave?
That's what I'm saying. We're going to have to work something out.
Is there nothing? No sequels at all?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's poo.
Guys, why aren't they releasing sequels in March? Nope. I've got nothing on my list, basically, so great.
Good.
We're going to have to make some stuff up.
Okay. Send us your thoughts. Let us know what you want us to do in March.
Yeah. Anything you want us to rank Or I'm sure there's maybe hopefully some anniversary episodes we can get into.
Yeah, we've got nothing. There's basically nothing until April by the look of it, when we've got The Passion of the Christ Resurrection and The Accountant 2. Is Passion of the Christ Resurrection not happening?
No.
I thought it was like 18th of April that's coming out.
No, I read a report today, and I cut it from the news section because I couldn't give a shit what Mel Gibson's up to.
Good, because I've still not even watched the first one.
They might film it this year, but it's also got Jim Caviezel in, who's a big QAnon or whatever they're called, and he's a fucking madman. So we shouldn't even cover it and talk about it, to be honest.
Excellent. I don't want to watch it. So it's just The Accountant 2 in April then?
Oh, like I said, was it last month? They released them all at once.
Yeah, August is sequel heavy by the look of it.
I mean, we could do a Minecraft movie. Is that somehow...
Is that a sequel?
No, it's not. It's a franchise. It's what they're trying to. That's more of a disenfranchised thing.
Yeah.
We're now just... Oh, The Return is a different film. Are you thinking... Is that what you're looking at, April the 11th, with
No.
Charlie Plummer and Ralph Fiennes in it? He plays Jesus.
No, that wasn't what I was looking at.
Oh.
It's literally The Passion of the Christ Resurrection. It just came up when I was looking for sequels in 2025. No. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad we're not doing that.
I'm sure we'll find something out and do, but don't forget, what's more importantly that's coming in March is Season 8.
Yeah, Season 8 coming in March.
It's starting in March. We've got a start date. We are going to drop Episode 1, Season 8 on the 24th of March.
Indeed.
So put it in your diaries, look forward to it. There are hopefully going to be 12 episodes of pure...
Like 3 weeks from when this comes out? 4 weeks? 3 weeks?
It'll just, 3 and a bit weeks.
3 and a bit weeks.
Yeah.
So you haven't got long to wait.
No.
So if you want Season 8 to drop into your pod player of choice...
nice.
When it comes out, just hit that little subscribe button, hit the auto download button, and you won't even have to look out for us. We'll just drop into your pod player when it's released. So that, like 3 o'clock in the morning, if you're up early for some reason, or go to bed late, we'll drop in there nice and early.
Or somewhere else in the world where it's normal time.
Well, yeah, there is that too. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Could be somewhere else in the world. Do that. Hit the subscribe button now, and you'll get Season 8 straight away. We are kicking off strong in Season 8. It's a strong start to the season, so you're going to want to be prepared for that. Also, get in touch with us on Twitter. Let us know what you thought about everything we've talked about in our monthly roundup. But also, let us know what you want to hear from us in March, because it's pretty shocking for sequels by the looks of things. We're going to give you Captain America review the first week of March, like Dave said, and then we'll re-release an episode from Disenfranchised Box Set Mentality for the second week of March. But yeah, third and fourth weeks, tell us what you want to see.
Oh, well, one of them will be a roundup, thankfully, I think.
One of them will be a roundup. It's March is a 5-weeker though, isn't it?
Oh, Christ.
I think
no, it's not.
Oh, it's a 4-weeker. Okay.
So we only have to find something for the Friday the 21st.
It's only 1 week we have to find. Right.
I'm sure we can rank something.
We can rank something. It'll be fine. We can
maybe
rank
the
something.
Disney live action remakes. Can we squeeze that in for the?
No, then I have to watch them.
That's true. You haven't seen any of them.
I don't want to spend my whole month watching Disney fucking live action bullshit. So it will just be the 20th of March then. We need to find something for
21st, but yes,
21st even. Sorry. Good. But yeah, we can do that. That will be fun. So yeah, let's do that. Let us know your thoughts. We are on all the social medias, as we said. We don't do Twitter anymore because it's poo. But we are on all the other stuff. You can get in touch with us. Just type in Unequal Sequel in the search bar, or send us an email, unequalsequel@hotmail.com. Please do give us a rating. 5 stars would be lovely. It helps people find the podcast, and we really would like that. We'd like more people to listen to us this year. So please do help us out there. Let your friends know. Point them in our direction towards a great podcast. And also it helps us get to our goal of becoming certified Rotten Tomatoes critics. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Beep, beep.
Yeah, there we are. that is the thing.
There we go. Everyone, please keep sending everything in, even if you listen to old episodes. We love receiving those kind of stuff that we can reminisce then. And then Rich were like...
I won't be able to remember.
Hey, we ran to the Jurassic Park films. He doesn't remember that.
That's a thing we did.
Yeah, he's going to come out like, oh, we should rank the Mission Impossibles. And I'll be like, we've done that.
We've done that.
Oh, fuck. Anyway, thanks everyone for listening. It is a great time to be involved in Unequal Sequel, so follow where you can. Follow where you can. YouTube, Spotify, Apple, whatever. Join up with the fun. I've got nothing else to say, so we look forward to March. So it's a goodbye from me. Bye-bye. Here's a goodbye from him.
Bye!
See you in the next one. Sequel to this one. Have a great month. Bye-bye. I can't believe this might be the most remote, emptiest March we've had for a while for sequels.
Yeah, bit of a
I
shame.
wonder why studios are keeping away from March so much. What has March done to people?
I don't know, but looking through, there aren't that many anniversaries in March either.
Wonderful.
If any, in fact. So maybe March isn't a sequel time. I don't know.
Well, we've learned something new there.
Yeah.
And we won't panic, right?
Who panic? We're not. No one's panicking. I'm panicking a little.